Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Namo, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hayagriva, 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 Vadet, Tasya Nisarate Vani, Janmakanya, Pravahavat, Abhramam Bhangarahitam, Ajadam Vimalam Sada, Ananda Tirthamatulam, Bhaje Tapatrayapaham, Tapaswadhyaya Shushurusha, Krishna Puja, Ratam Munim, Vishvesham Ishtadam Vande Parivrat Chakravartinam, कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्. These people, the messengers sent by Dasharatha, the Janaka, they all reached Ayodhya and they requested King Dasharatha, whatever the incident that happened there, that is now we are going to recite some shlokas. Then there happens to be many. Now they are conveying the message of Janaka to Dasharatha. Now, these shlokas are there, but before that, I will say some more, I will recite some more shlokas here in Ramayana. Janaka had taken an oath that he will give his daughter, the most heroic person in this world, the person who can uplift this bow of Shiva. That was his decision. Now all the kings, they came there, they tried their best, but they could not lift it. Rajanascha kritamarasha nirvirya vimukhi kritaha. They all left without success. But yadrachhayagataihi rajan nirjita tava putrakaihi. Now your sons, they came accidentally there, and now he could lift it. So nirjita tava putrakaihi. It is the concept of winning over Sita, winning over the thing that is uh, put as a, that is decided as a bet. If he can do it, then I will do this thing. Now he has decided that I will give my daughter. Now she is the daughter. Sita is the bet. Sita will marry Rama. So that's why Nirjita Tava Putra Kaihi. Your sons have, your sons, not all the sons. Nirjita Tava Putra Kaihi. Rama, the Janaka is using Tava Putra Kaihi, your sons. Actually, only one son has won the Sita, but uh, Yadrachayagatihi. The shloka's real anvaya is Yadrachayagatihi Tava Putrakaihi Nirjita. This, the troop of your son, led by Vishwamitra, has won this, but they have won over the uh, contest, but not the troop has got the winning trophy now, But who is the person who did this thing? Tacharatnam tacha. Now this is shloka here. Tacha rajan dhanurdivyam
तच्च राजन्
तच्चराजन्
धनुर्दिव्यं
धनुर्दिव्यं
मध्ये bhagnam mahatmana
मध्ये
मध्ये
भग्नं
भग्नं
महात्मना
महात्मना
रामेण हि महावीर
रामेण हि
रामेण हि
महावीर
महावीर
यज्ञान्ते जनसंसदि
यज्ञान्ते
यज्ञान्ते
जनसंसदि
जनसंसदि
अस्मै देया मम मया सीता
अस्मै
अस्मै
देया मया
देया माया सीता
सीता
वीर्यशुल्का महात्मने
वीर्यशुल्का
वीर्यशुल्का
महात्मने
महात्मने
प्रतिज्ञां तर्तुमिच्छामि
प्रतिज्ञां
प्रतिज्ञां
कर्तुमिच्छामि
कर्तुमिच्छामि
तदनुज्ञातुमर्हसि
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 He is telling the story of Dhanus. That Dhanus, that Dhanus Divyam, divine Dhanus given by Shiva. Rajan, he is addressing this, these messengers are addressing King Dasharatha. Madhya Bhagnam, it is broken in the midst, in the middle part. Mahatmana, by Mahatmana Ramena. Mahatmana Ramena by Rama, who is a great person. And Mahavira, now they are addressing Dasharatha again. Mahavira, you are a great hero. Yajnante Janasamsadi. Yajnante, at the end of Yajna. Janasamsadi, in front of all the assembly of people. Samsat is the assembly. So Yajnante Janasamsadi. But other reading in the Gita Press version reads Mahatyam Janasamsade. He broke in front of a great group of people. Thousands of people were there, and he broke away this Dhanus in front of all these great assembly. Mahatyam Janasamsade. Now, my pratijna, my decision is Asmai Deya Maya Sita. Maya, by me, Sita, my daughter Sita, Asmai Deya should be given to this Mahatma Rama. Mahatmane Asmai. Asmai, this person, Rama. Mahatmane Asmai. And Sita is Virya Shulka. Virya Shulka is whose price is heroism. I will give that girl. I am not selling her. I will give her. But because there was a tradition in India, some people used to pay money to bride's party to get her wedded to this bridegroom. So Kanya Shulka, it is a normal procedure in ancient India. Now it has become Varadakshina. That is another issue. But here in the case, I needed no money. That's why only he has to show his mettle. He has to prove his capacity in front of all the people. So Shulka is the fee, Virya is the heroism. So heroism is the fee for Sita. Mahatmane. Asmai Mahatmane Maya Sita Deya. I have to give Sita to this Mahatma Rama. Pratijñam Tartamichhami. I have made this my promise. I want to fulfill this promise. I want to cross over. Tartum. It is crossing over the Pratijña. So crossing over the Pratijña means it is there. I have to act accordingly. Now I have acted and I am successful. So there is somebody else who is able to lift it. So I need to give Sita to that person. So Pratijñam Tartum Ichha. Now I want to Now I decided to fulfill my promise. Tad anujñātum arhasi. Now you have to accept this. You have to give your consent, anujña, because he is your son. Without your consent, he will not be able to marry. That's why you have to tad anujñātum, anujña, to give anujña. Now arhasi, you deserve to give your consent. That is the sentence message of Janaka to Dasharatha. Now he accepted all the things. This king, because he was thinking of marrying Rama and Lakshmana, he was thinking, he was desiring it. Now it happened accidentally. Now he is highly happy. Dutavakyantu tachrutva raja paramaharshitaha. It is not here. And he called his Purohitas, Vasishtha Vamadeva, and all his 8 ministers. And he told these people that Rama now is staying in Videha. Now his heroism was also well known in the Videha. So he wants to, this Videha king, he wants to give dana of hers, her, that is Sita. He wants to give dana of Sita to Raghava. And now Dasharatha says, if you all accept it, then we can proceed. Yadivo rochate vrattam janakasya mahatmanaha purim gacchamahe shighram abhut kalasya paryaya. If you accept the character of King Janaka, Yadivo rochate vrattam, if you accept the greatness of Janaka, and if you accept that we may proceed with the marriage proposal, because it is very important thing that one has to see before marrying somebody else's daughter. He has to test the quality, examine the quality. So many procedures of examination. They are in the Apastamba, Grihya Sutra and all other sutras. How to test all these things. So Dasharatha is saying, if you accept this thing, if you yadivo rochate, if you like this Janaka's proposal, then we will go there without any delay. And these ministers and all the rishis, they all said, it is a very fine proposal, we will go. Mantrino Badhamityahu Sahadevair Maharshibhi. All rishis and mantris, they all accepted. And king said, we will start tomorrow. It may be around afternoon or in the evening that these messengers had met Dasharatha. Now Dasharatha said, we will start tomorrow morning. Shvoyatreti cha mantrinaha. He told ministers to arrange for the travel tomorrow morning. And all these, the messengers, mantris of Janaka, they stayed in the Ayodhya that night. And in the morning, he told Sumantra, now he prepared with plenty of money. Sumantra midam abravit. Adya sarve dhanadhyakshaha dhanamadaya pushkalam prajantvagre suvihita nanaratna samanvitaha. It is the marriage of Janakas and Raghus. It is not a very simple marriage of 2 Vaidika families, which normally don't have much money. Somehow they had to arrange for the money for the marriage. But now is the great king of Ayodhya. So he told his chancellor in English, that is the minister of finance minister, you take all money, enough money to give there to Brahmanas and all other marriage expenses. You all proceed now immediately. Vrajan Tagre Swavihitaha, Nana Ratna Sonvitaha. All the arrangements, you take all the jewels and ornaments here, you go. And Chaturanga Bala, it should also proceed very early. And immediately, I will also start with all my rishis. Who are the rishis there? Vasishtha, Vamadeva, Jabali, Kashyapa, Markandeya, Katyayana. And these rishis, they should be in the forefront of the marriage party. I will follow them because always the Purohitas are always to be there in the forefront. That's why they are called Purohitas. They are put in front. So, Yete Dvijaha Prayantvagre. Yatha Kalatyayo Nasya Dutahi Twarayantimam. They wanted to finish this marriage as soon as possible. And Janaka, he was performing the yajna, and he had decided the date also, confirmed the date also. It was in his mind. It was not revealed to Dasharatha because he did not know how long Dasharatha will take to travel to Mithila. These ministers are hurrying up, so we need to go early. So now they all started. His army and all his ministers, his the kosha, his treasury, everything is decked up. Now they are on the way, and they took 4 days to reach Janakpur. Janakpur is the place where Janaka was staying, or Mithila. This is here in the Ramayana. There is a mention of city of Mithila. Arundhan Mithilam Sarve Virya Sandeham Agataha. There is a mention of city of Mithila, but no more there is a city called Mithila. It is only Mithila is the region which has got many different cities there. So there is a Darbhanga, there is a Janakpur, and there is a Sitamarhi. All the places are there. So this, it seems that they traveled to Janakpur, where Janaka was performing this yajna, or maybe around there. So they took 4 days to reach Mithila. Nowadays, it will take, if you travel by car, it will take only 11 hours from Ayodhya to Mithila. That is the facility now. But these people, Gatva Chatura, no, it is there in the condensed version. Now we will recite it. Dutavakyantu tachrutva
दूतवाक्यं तु तच्छ्रुत्वा
तच्छ्रुत्वा
Raja Paramaharshitaha
Raja
राजा
राजा
परमहर्षितः
परमहर्षितः
Gatva Chaturaham Margam
Gatva
गत्वा
Chaturaham
अहं मार्गं
Videhan Abhyupeyivan.
Videhan
अनभ्युपेयुवान्
Abhyupeyivan.
Raja, this king Dasharatha, Paramaharshita, highly pleased, highly delighted, having heard the sentence of these messengers, ministers of Janaka, Dutavakyam tat shrutva, tat Dutavakyam shrutva, Raja Paramaharshita. Now he ordered all his ministers to arrange for the travel. So there is a gap between the first half and the second half, and he invited all the people. Now they started, and they went for 4 days. They spent 4 days on the way. Gatva Chaturaham Margam. Chaturaham, 4 days, not 4 nights. Whereas these messengers, they took 3 nights. Triratra Mushita Marge. They stayed in the way for 3 nights. That means it included another day on the way. Now, same way, the Dasharatha and his troop, it took 4 days. Chatur Aha is the day. 4 days journey. Not only the 4 days journey, might have taken 3 days, 3 nights and 1 day. So that's why Ramayana is saying Triratra Mushita Margi. Now he is saying Chaturaham Margam. The same way they reached Videhan Abhyupeyivan. He reached Videha, Videha country. This is Videha, Videhan. It is in the plural. Why? Always a name is in plural. That that means that means always a name of country is in plural. It is Karnatakaha, Andhraha, Dramidaha, Maharashtraha. Same manner, because country is so vast that normally they use plural to name or speak about a country. Now they reached Videhas in 4 days time. Abhyupeyavan, he reached Videha. Okay. Then this Janaka, he welcomed Janaka, this Dasharatha and all the rishis accompanying him. That is there in the next shloka. Now we will recite it. Tato Rajanam Asadya
ततो राजानमाद्य
राजानमासाद्य
Vruddham Dasharatham Nrupam
वृद्धं
वृद्धं
दशरथं
दशरथं नृपं
Udito Janako Raja. No, it is
उवाच उवाच च
Vajacha Narashreshto
उवाच च
उवाच च
नरश्रेष्ठो
नरश्रेष्ठो
Narashreshtham Mudanvitaha.
नरश्रेष्ठं
नरश्रेष्ठं
मुदान्वितः
मुदान्वितः.
See, there is some kind of problem here in this shloka. There are 2 shlokas in Ramayana, and the person who condensed this version made these 2 quarters united combined. So there is some kind of discrepancy. Uvacha cha narashreshthah. Uvacha vachanam shreshtha. It is there in the Ramayana, and he has chosen the reading. Uvacha cha narashreshthah. This narashreshthah spoke to another narashreshthah. So this narashreshthah word is repeating. That is not the poetic style of Valmiki. Valmiki does not use immediately, this is Narashreshta, that is Narashreshta, he is speaking to that Narashreshta. No, it is not possible. So, Uvacha Vachanam Shreshto Narashreshtham Mudanvitam. There is Mudanvitam or Mudanvitaha. Both readings are there. He welcomed this old Dasharatha king. See, Ramayana is using Vruddham again and again. This minister saw Dasharatha who is old. Now he is welcoming old Dasharatha there. Tataha, then Rajanam Vruddham Nrupam Dasharatham Asadya. He welcomed, and having met this old Dasharatha king, Uvacha Vachanam Shrestha. Janaka spoke to the Shrestha Janaka, who spoke to Narashrestha Dasharatha. Mudanvitaha. This reading says Janaka is Mudanvitaha. Janaka is highly happy. But whereas Gita Press version reads Mudanvitam. Both are highly delighted. But Dasharatha is more highly delighted. That will be known in the next few shlokas. So it is there. Now we will read the next few shlokas. Swagatante Maharaja
Swagatam
महाराज
Dishtya Praptosi Raghava
Dishtya
दिष्ट्या
Praptosi Raghava
प्राप्तोऽसि राघव
Dadami Paramaprito
Dadami
ददामि
Paramprito
परमप्रीतो
Vadhovte Munipungava.
Vadvo Te
वध्वौ ते
Pungava.
मुनिपुङ्गव.
Okay. He is saying, Swagatam, welcome to you, Maharaja. Dishtya Praptos, it is decided by the divine. Dishti is the word used for divine, that nothing happens without any reason. So whatever happens without the interference of humans, it will be thought as, it will be believed as the work of God, the hand of God. So Dishti is the divine reason. Dishtya Prapto Siraghava. Now we have, fortunately, you are here in this city of Mithila. Praptaha Asi, you have reached Mithila, Raghava. Now what he says, Dadami Paramapritaha Vadhau Te Munipungava. Now I will give with high happiness, highly delighted, I will give my two daughters to your two sons, that is Rama and Lakshmana. Vadhote Munipungava. It is there, but before that, he before this Dadami Paramaprito Vadhote Munipungava, there are some shlokas which are very interesting. I will give Sita and Urmila to your two sons. That I will I make a pratigna to that effect. Now you have arrived here as a Indra, and he says that is very interesting. Dishtyame nirjita vigna dishtyame pujitam kulam राघवैः सह संबंधात् वीर्यश्रेष्ठैः महाबलैः. One thing, all the kings had arrived in the Mithila to take away this girl, Sita, but nobody succeeded, and it happened only divine intervention. Nobody could take her forcibly. Dishtyame nirjita vigna, all obstacles, they were all gone now. Dishtyame pujitam kulam. Now my family is going to be great again. It will be well known all over the world. Why? Raghavai saha sambandhat viryashreshthir mahabalaihi. See, the situation of Mithila at the time and situation of the prestige of Ayodhya. Ayodhya's kings, Raghavas, they were well known for their valor and their wealth and their prosperity all over the India. So Virya Shreshthaihi Mahabalaihi were all very much heroic, because even Dasharatha, he had defeated many asuras there. So Virya Shreshthaihi Mahabalaihi Raghavai Saha Sambandhat. Compared to Janakas, these Ikshvakus are very powerful and highly respected all over the country. So I am going to give my daughter to the son of Raghava. So it means our family will be now very much, it will be respected. Dishtyame pujitam kulam. This family will be respected all over the country, because otherwise it was not so famous. That will be known in the next adhyaya also. And he says to Dasharatha, I will give my daughters to your sons, but not now. The still yajna was happening at the time. He says, Shvah prabhate narendratvam samvartayitum arhasi Yajnasyante Narashrestha Vivaham Rishi Saptamihi. Shvapprabhati, after this finishing conclusion of this yajna, then we can have the marriage done, marriage rituals performed. Yajnasya ante, accepted, Dasharatha accepted, and he spoke one very interesting word. Vakyam Vakyavidam Shrestha Prativacha Mahipatam. Now Dasharatha spoke to Janaka. Pratigraho Datrovashaha Shrutametan Maya Pura Yatha Vakshasi Dharmajna Tatkarishyamahe Vayam. He said, we will accept your terms, your decisions of the dates of marriage, because you are the person who is giving your daughter to us. Pratigraha is acceptance. It is all dependent upon the donor. If the person gives, if he gives now, then I will take it, accept it. If he decides that I will give tomorrow morning, then I will have to wait. There is no other way. I cannot take it forcibly from him. I cannot steal it. So pratigraha is acceptance is always dependent upon the donor, datrovashaha. This is I have heard. Shrutametan Mayapura. I have heard very long ago. What it means, what this sentence means. Immediately, Videhadhipati, he got Shrutva Videhadhipati Param Vismayamagataha. He was wonderstruck by the speech of this Dasharatha. Why? What Dasharatha spoke and why this Janaka is wonderstruck? He is feeling astonished and feeling some kind of highly elated. Why? Because here in the case of marriage of Rama and Sita, it was the decision of Janaka that I will give whoever lifts the dhanus. Rama did it, and he could have taken it immediately wherever that he wanted, but he did not do it. So it is the Virya Shulka. If Virya Shulka it is there, then they will forcibly take the Kanya there. Krishna, he kidnapped or he just made her claim his Ratha and went to Dwaraka to marry. He did not marry Rukmini in the Vidarbha, where she was born and brought up. Why? Because it is the Virya Shulka. It is the Swayamvara, and I am winning over this Bhishmaka, or what is called Rukmi and all other kings of Vidarbha. So there is no need to wait for the concept of the bride's family. But here Dasharatha is speaking, he is saying, okay, whatever you do, I will accept. That's why this Janaka was wonderstruck. He was Param Vismayamagata. He was really moved by the humility of Dasharatha. That is the thing. Dasharatha could have taken, and Rama also could have taken, and whatever that could have been done, but he did not do it. It is the humility of Ikshvakus. So that is more important. Then Rama came there. Then Rama and Lakshmana came there and they prostrated before Dasharatha. And he went to the place, the camp, royal camp, which was arranged for Dasharatha. Then Janaka, he concluded his yajna that day. Janakopi Maharaj Mahateja Kriya Dharmena Tattvavida Yajnasya cha Sutabhyancha Kritva Ratrimavasaha. He finished his yajna with his daughters. There he stayed on that night. And the morning, and he said, I will bring my younger brother, Janaka, because it is not the simple marriage of Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana and Urmila. The 4 marriages. So there should be Kushadhvaja also. Kushadhvaja is the brother of this Janaka, Siradhvaja. Siradhvaja is the name of this Janaka. Janakas is the name of all the kings, but his original name is Siradhvaja, and his brother is Kushadhvaja. And Kushadhvaja was coronated in the Sankashya Nagari, that was near this Mithila. One day, one person who wanted to invade this country, so he came there to win over this Dhanus and Kanya also, but somehow this Sudhanva, his name, the other king of Sankashya, he had planned to win over the Dasharatha and take away this Dhanus and Sita, but he defeated, Janaka defeated that Sudhanva, and Sudhanva was killed in the battle. Now there is no way, that needed a king. Sankashya region needed a king, so this Siradhvaja Janaka, he coronated Kushadhvaja in that country, and he was ruling there. Now he said, I will call for him also. Then he will come, and his two daughters are there. We will give these two daughters to your Shatrughna and Bharata. Bharata and Shatrughna, that is the plan. That's why he called for the Kushadhvaja. That is there. Before that, there is a marriage discussion, because they have to understand, they have to get introduced to the families of Raghus and Janakas. So they other day they sat this Janakas and Raghus, and Dasharatha told Janaka, I will not speak, but our Purohita Vasishtha, Ikshvaku Kula Daivatam, he will speak for me. And Dasharatha sat and requested Vasishtha. Vasishtha started. He narrated the story of Ikshvakus, very big story, who are the ancestors of this Rama and Dasharatha. Brahma's Marichi is Kashyapa, Kashyapa's Vivaswan, and then Manu, Vaivasvata Manu, and Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku's son is Kukshi, and his son Vikukshi, then his son Bana, and his son Anaranya, then Pruthu. Pruthu's son is Trishanku, Trishanku's son is Dhundhumara, and Dhundhumara's son is Yonashva. Yonashva's son is Mandhata. Mandhata is a great son. Mandhata Prithvipatihi. That is another story that is narrated in Srimad Bhagavata. And Mandhata's son is Susandhi. Susandhi's two sons, Dhruvasandhi and Prasenajit. Dhruvasandhi's son is Bharata. Bharata's son is Asita. And Asita, he had many enemies. So he was ousted from his country with Haihayas and Talajanghas and Shashabindus. So he could not survive there. He went to the Himalayas. He hid in the Himalayas with his two pregnant wives. And one wife gave poison she poisoned another wife. But that wife, she went to Chavana. There was Chavana Rishi sitting there. And she went to the Chavana and prostrated before him. And Rishi assured that he will be born, no problem. Because he was born with poison inside the womb, he is called as Sagara. But somehow she gave birth to Sagara, and he is very famous son. And he defeated all these Haihayas and Talajangas, and he reoccupied his country. And you know the story of Sagara again, that was narrated in the Ganga Avatarana. Sagara's son Asamanja. Asamanja's son is Amshuman. Amshuman's son is Dilipa. Dilipa's Bhagiratha. Bhagiratha's son is Kakustha. That's why this whole family is called as Kakustha. Rama is addressed again and again as Kakustha, because he hails from the family of Kakustha. This Kakustha, son of Bhagiratha, who sat on the hump of Indra. Indra took the form of a bull, and he sat on the hump of this bull. That's why he is called as Kakustha. Kakustha's son is Raghu. Raghu's son is Kalmashapada. Kalmashapada, Shankhana, Sudarshana, Agnivarana, and Shighraga. Shighraga son is Maru. Maru's son is Prashushruka. and then Ambarisha. Ambarisha's son is Nahusha. Nahusha's son is Yayati. Yayati is Nabhaga. Nabhaga's son is Aja. And Aja's son is Dasharatha. This is the lineage of Raghus, that is as narrated in the Ramayana, but there is a slight difference in the Bhagavata, because these narrations, when they are in hurry, then they will omit some of the kings, not well-known kings. So if we see Bhagavata, it is Rama is 64th from the Brahmaji. But here I have not counted it, maybe a little or less or more is same. Now this Dasharatha's sons are two, this Brataro, Rama, Lakshmana. Now I will give, Vasishtha told Janaka that I seek the hands of these two daughters of you for our my Yajamana, Dasharatha's sons. That he accepted.
Acharya, sorry, in Bhagavata also, Nabhaga's son is Ambarish, Alva.
There is a little bit differences are there. So Ambarish, the Nahusha's son is Yayati, and Yayati's son is Nabhaga. Nabhaga's son is Aja. So there may be some kinds of hera-fairy, the maybe mismatch here and there, but Bhagavata is more clear. So everything that we need to take Bhagavata as the base of this lineage. So now these two sons of Dasharatha, they are very great heroes. Now please give your two daughters to them. Now Janaka started. He is narrating his family's greatness. There are so many people in the Janaka's family also. So that's why he tells, Janaka tells, no, always we need to understand the girl's family. That is most important. Of course, this bridegroom, he knows his family. What is his family? And he needs to know the family of girl also. Pradhanehi munishreshtha kulam niravasheshatah vaktavyam kulajate tannibodha mahamune. He has to understand whole history of the family, because of some reasons I will narrate now. In the Apastamba, in the Ashvalayana Grihya Sutra, it is said how to test the Kanya and how to select the Kanya. So they should at least examine 10 generations of both bride and groom. So all the 10 generations of bride should be well versed in the Veda. Then only he can marry. Otherwise, he should not marry. Their vidya and their karma should be very pure. There should not be any kind of compromise in the dharmacharana. That is most important. Then only they can proceed. So at least 10 generations, it is said in the Grihya Sutras. So I will narrate my story, my family story now. And there are instructions to test the quality of the bride after after examining the family of bride. Then one has to seek the characters or the fortunes that this bride is she is blessed with, whether she is inherited or she has brought from her previous lives. All these things that should be tested. So one has to see the bodily characters of the girl, and then of course it is difficult to test or put this bride into test, whether she is completely okay, no corona, no hepatitis B, no AIDS, everything, no HIV, everything. Now people they are doing such things also, but earlier it was not possible. So they used to have one test where this bride is tested with the selection of small amounts of mud. Small amounts of muds or just balls of mud which are brought from different areas of the village. One is brought from cremation ground, another is from the very great lake, another is from Yajna Bhumi, another is from battleground, another is from the farms and all these things. And this bride does not know what these balls are, and accidentally or randomly she touches one of them, and if she touches the ball that is made up of from the cremation ground, then um, she is she will be rejected because she is going to bring some bad luck to this family and all other things. If he touches the farm's mud, then she will be thought as she will be having plenty of grains and all other things. And if she touches the ball from Yajna Bhumi, then it is deemed that she will be bearing a son who will be well versed in the yajnas and all other things. So this is the old styles of testing the bride. And it is not only test is not prescribed for the bride, it is prescribed for the bridegroom also. So many ways, and I have spoken about all these things in different lectures, but not they are not in public domain. So there are many things that we will discuss later. So now he narrates his story. There is a Nimi. He is the first king of Mithila. Nimihi Paramadharmatma Sarvasattva Vatambaraha Rajabhut Trishu Lokeshu Vishwataha Svena Karmana. He is known all over the world because of his great Dharma Marga, his great characteristics, his great qualities. Paramadharmatma, not only Dharmatma, he is Paramadharmatma Trishu Lokeshu Vishwataha, well known all over the three worlds, Bhumi, Antariksha and Swarga, or Swarga, Bhumi and Patana. Vishruta Svena Karmana, because it is all his fame is self-earned, Swarjita. Why he performed many yajnas and he ruled over his country with very just ruling. So he is very famous. One day what happened, he just sent invitation to Vasishtha to perform a Satrayaga. Okay, Vasishtha accepted in an absent mind. I will come this day and we will start the yajna. But he went there and they started the yajna. But somehow this Vasishtha, he remembered that he has promised Indra that he will come there and perform yaga there. So what to do? Now Vasishtha immediately went to the Swarga and yajna was started. What this Nimi has to do now? And he went forward with other Ritviks, and in between Vasishtha came back and he cursed this Nimi that you will die now. And Nimi also cursed Vasishtha, you will also die, something that happened. Now the yajna was happening and in between he was cursed. Now what will happen? All the rishis, the Ritviks in the yajna, they put the body of Nimi in a medicated oils. So the body was preserved for until the conclusion of the yajna. Now after the yajna, all the devatas were there and these Ritviks, they prayed for the devatas, please resurrect him. Resurrection, give life to this Nimi. He was cursed unjustly without any reason. So devatas accepted, we will make him alive again. But Nimi immediately he rejected this proposal. We have seen this world, everything is very difficult. All the people, rishis, the great rishis, they want to run over from this samsara. They want to go to the Vaikuntha. And you are trying to bring me back to the life. No, I will not accept. I will not accept this proposal. Then this Devata said, no, then you don't take back your body, but you can stay in the this eyebrows, not eyebrows, but this eye, what they call
Lashes.
eyelashes. Nimi. You stay in the eyelashes of the people. So he stayed there. That's why he's called as Nimi. And because of Nimi, it is called as Nimesha, opening the eyes and closing it. That's why it is called as Nimesha. So that's why Nimihi Paramadharmatma Sarvasattvotamraha. His story is there in the Bhagavata. And his son is Mithi. His son is Mithi because these rishis, they churned the body of this Nimi to get a worthy successor for the Nimi. And this Mithi, he came out of the body the same way Prithu was churned out of the body of this Vena. So because of Mathana, he is called Mathana churning. That's why he is called as, because he was born of the churning, he is called as Mithi. And he created the, he established the city of Mithila. That's why all the Mithila became very famous. And that Mithi's son is called Janaka. Because of him, everybody is called Janaka. Prathamo Janako Nama Janakada Pyudavasu. He is the first Janaka, and all other Janakas started from that Janaka. Udavasu and Nandivardhana's son is Suketo's son is Devrata's son, the story, he got the this bow that is narrated. Devrata's son is Brahadrata's son is Mahavira. Mahavira's son is Dhritiman. His son is Dhrishtaketu's son is Haryashva's son is Maru's son is Pratindhaka's son is Kirtiratha's son is Devamedha's son is Mahidraka's son Kirtiratha's son is Maharoma. See the very interesting names, Maharoma. And Maharoma's son, who has got long hairs all over his body, that's why he's called as Maharoma. All these names are very literally, they are applicable to these people. That's why Mithi is, because he was born out of the churning, that's why he's called as Mithi, and Nimi, because he stays in our eyelashes. And his son, Maharoma's son is Swarnaroma's son is Hraswaroma, who has got very small hair all over his body. And his son is Kushadhvaja. He had two sons. One is this Seradhvaja, another is Kushadhvaja. So this is the story here. And he narrates the story of Kushadhvaja being coronated in the Sankashya. So now everything is okay. Now Yajna, everything is fine now. Sitam Ramaya Bhadraante Urmiram Lakshmanaya cha. I will give Sita to Rama and Urmila to Lakshmana. And Sitam Surasutopamam Ditiyam Urmulan Chaiva Trirvadamina Samshayaha. He announced it 3 times in the assembly of rishis and kings. So if he is announcing it for 3 times, that means he wants to confirm it. Trirvadamina Samshayaha. Dadami Paramaprito Vadvaute Munipangava. Now, the first half of the shloka and the second half of the shloka, they are now connected. So, who is the wife of Rama and who is Lakshmana? Now, Sita, now we will recite these 2 shlokas and conclude it. Sitam Ramaya Bhadraante
Sitam
Ramaya Bhadraante
Urmilam Lakshmanaya cha
Urmilam
Lakshmanaya
Lakshmanaya cha
Evam Bhavatu Bhadram Vaha
Evam Bhavatu
Bhavatu Bhadram Vaha
Kushadhvaja Sute Ime
Kushadhvaja
Kushadhvaja Sute
Sute
Ime
Ime
पत्न्यौ भजेतां हितौ
पत्न्यौ भजेतां सहितौ
शत्रुघ्न भरतावुभौ
शत्रुघ्न भरता उभौ
I will give Sita to Rama, Sitam Ramaya, Bhadrante. And he is saying to Dasharatha that everything should be good for you. Urmilam Lakshmanaya cha. Urmila is my daughter and I will give her to Lakshmana. Evam bhavata bhadram vaha. So this will be very good for you. And then Kushadhvaja Sute ime. Now the Kushadhvaja is there, my younger brother. He has two daughters. Then he will give them to these two, Shatrughna and Bharata. Kushadhvaja Sute, two daughters of Kushadhvaja. They should be had by this Shatrughna and Bharata. So Shatrughna Bharata Ubhau, two Shatrughna and Bharata. Actually, Bharata Shatrughna, it should be Bharata and Shatrughna. So Bharata Shatrughnas, they should have two daughters of Kushadhvaja as their wives. Now everything is now seems to be perfect proposal. And Janaka, he had decided the date also. Now he speaks to Dasharatha. Now today it is Magha Nakshatra, and from this third day there will be Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, and Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra we will have the marriage. Marriage will be performed on the Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, the third day from now. Today is Magha Nakshatra. So he says, Pitrakaryancha bhadrante tato vaivahikam kuru. Now you have to go and finish the Godana samskara of these four sons. What is the Godana samskara? Godana samskara is a samskara that is done before the marriage. These sons of kings or brahmanas, they go to the Gurukula and they stay in Gurukula till 16th year. Then they would have finished all their four vratas, and then they will have the Godana. Godana involves two things. One is giving cow to the Acharya, and another thing is shaving the hairs. It is as narrated in the Ashvalayana Griha Sutra and elsewhere. Shaving the hair for first time, they will be shaving their hair, their head, because till that they will be having their jata without any modification. Now it is for the first time after the Upanayana. In Upanayana, his head will be tonsured, complete mundana will be there. And again, it is in the 8th year, and now in the 16th year, again, Godana is like Upanayana only. So this Godana, they will be tonsuring their heads to get prepared for the marriage. So Janaka says, Godanam Karayasvaha. You please get done Godana to Rama and Lakshmana. Then you do Pitrakarya. What is Pitrakarya here? Pitrakarya is the Nandiya Shraddha. Because before the marriage, all the Pitras, they are to be worshipped. Because of the prasada of these Pitras, then this marriage is going to happen. So all the forefathers, they will be pleased with the worship of Pitras. So Pitrakaryancha bhadrante tato vaivahikam kuru. Always this Pitrakarya precedes the marriage, Nandya Shraddha. It is Nandya Shraddha, not actually the rice balls are offered, but some other kinds of substitutes are done in the Nandya Shraddha. So today is the Magha Nakshatra. From the third day, we will be having Uttara Phalguni. Uttara Phalguni is very great nakshatra for the marriage, where Bhaga is the deity. Bhaga is the deity of this Uttara Phalguni nakshatra. And one stage, 4 sons and 4 daughters. They will be having Ekanha Rajaputrinam Chatusranam Mahamune. पाणीन् गृह्णन्तु चत्वारः राजपुत्रा महाबलाः एकान्ह. One day, all the people, all the sons, they will be carrying or holding the hands of these four daughters. Panigrahana, it is holding the hands. They are just inviting them to their families by holding their hands. So he will be always there to help her for the whole life. They have to be happily for the whole life. That is the pratijna they will make in front of fire. That's why this is decided. And all the people there, everybody accepted this proposal, and Janaka, he went to his camp, and Dasharatha, he said, I will do Shraddha Karma as per the procedures. And he went to his Sagatva Nilayam Raja Shraddham Kartva Vidhanatah, because Magha Nakshatra is the nakshatra of Pitrus. That's why he finished the Shraddha that day itself. Prabhate Kalyamuthaya Chakre Godanamuttamam. And he performed the Godana Samskara the other day, next day morning. And he gave 1 lakh cows to Brahmanas. Ekaikashva Dhanu Raja. For one son, 1 lakh cows. For another son, for 1 lakh. The same manner he gave Gavam Shata Sahasrani Chatwari Purusha Shabha. And he gave enough money to all the Brahmanas for the well-being of his sons and the great marriage there. So now this Godana is finished, and we will finish the class. Because now tomorrow marriage will going to happen now. All the 4 sons, they will marry 4 daughters of Janakas. And that is very interesting story. We will do it tomorrow. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare.
Krishna.
धन्यवाद गुरुदेव.
we are
धन्यवाद आचार्य.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.